Ladies and gentlemen, the time is now. Welcome to another episode of the FS Podcast, brought to you by Simulation for the Nation. In today's episode, SFTN will be joined by DJGOHAM.
Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome along. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Simulation for the Nation, and today I am going to be joined by the king of Farm Sim News, the OG of daily updates for all things Farm Sim, Mr. DJ Goham. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
What's going on, dude? Thanks for having me today, man.
It is my absolute pleasure. Now, my friends, we are going to get stuck into some Stone Valley today. I'm going to ask a few questions of you. Try not to be too grueling there. Have some fun along the way, and try not this time to flip anything over like we did not so long ago. Can't promise it. Not hoping for it, but hey ho. We'll get stuck right into it. Now let me just press a few buttons here, and we will get you into Stone Valley. Welcome, sir. So first of all, big thank you for you taking the time out to do this. We are, like I say, we've got about 5 or 10 questions here. We've got some John Deere equipment to start with. If you want anything else, there is other options available, but I kind of went for all green. This is the latest version of Stone Valley as well, although we don't. I think we have the Forage extension installed as well by the Alien Paul, which is phenomenal. So guys, it's just out on Mod Hub. If you haven't done so, I encourage you to make sure you go and download it, give it a try, give it a rate as well. Gotta say that Excellency and the Alien Paul have done some phenomenal work there. So, how are you, buddy? What's new?
It's the same thing every day. Wake up, farm sim news, mods, let's play, go to bed, do it again.
Man, it's not the worst thing in the world. I don't think so. It's not a bad way to go.
I get to play the game that I love to play and just not stop playing it. I used to there for a little while I was playing other games in the evening, but I've actually gone back to playing Farm Sim at night before bed and after dinner and everything. So I'll go through, do my whole YouTube thing and relax for a little while and then come back and literally just jump back on Farm Sim and just farm and have fun.
I hear you. I think you and I at the same time were stuck in Red Dead, and that was captivating a lot of my time at least, and now I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to go and cultivate somewhere. I'm just going to go and take myself off. No more cowboys.
There's something about it, man. I don't know what it is, but I would much rather drive this truck right here and go karting for a couple combines than I would go in and running around roads or something like that and getting in trouble. There's something about it.
And that was the source of all trouble. Roads always got me into trouble. But less about that, more about Farm Sim. First of all, what would you like to do? Stone Valley is, we're not using seasons, so we have crops in various different stages of growth there. So we can do a bit of harvesting, you can do a bit of cultivation. We're using only stock equipment, really. So apart from Black Sheep Modern's 40 series, because they're just incredible. But everything else is generic. We got DLCs in, so you can have your pick there as well.
Nice.
The choice is yours. I bought a few fields, got a few bits and pieces, and got some money to play around with as well there. So let's get after something.
Dude, let's see. Do we have normal headers? Regular?
Yes.
Okay.
There is one over here, which is left in the weeds. I'm not sure why, but
I feel like VF's got something to do behind that.
Definitely. That looks like a VF move right there. Okay.
I was gonna say let's jump over to field 10. It's one of the fields that I haven't messed with yet.
10 will
Plus,
work.
it's got the really, really nice pig farm around the inside of it.
That'll work. Cool. Well, if do you want to drive a harvester?
Heck yeah, I'm down.
I will move this out the way.
All right.
These old 40 series, by the way, are just a thing of beauty.
It is so hard to beat these, especially the fact that that they came and actually made these for console, and so everybody can enjoy them. Having something released on console is a much bigger deal than people think it is.
Oh yeah.
It is a very great thing that they did that. It's a lot of work.
Definitely. Yeah, and I'd love to see someone follow suit and bring some more classic John Deere's their way. I think that'd be awesome. Hint, hint, Black Sheep, if you're watching, more classic. More is more. All right.
a lot of people want to see it. They just don't have it and can't get it and that kind of thing. And people are asking for it. Every single video that I do, everybody's asking for older John Deere equipment. I'm like, I want it too. Nobody's making it.
Which field we're going to? Field 10?
Yes.
Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna. Is F11 working properly?
You know, I haven't had any problems with it.
Well, we're gonna go. F11 is the savior of the day. I'm just gonna magically make these beans the best beans ever.
Ooh.
Soya beans. Growth state, yes, yes. All of the good stuff. And go.
Oh.
Nailed it.
I can't get out of the main farm. I can't.
Well,
it's already happening.
You're stuck in the main yard. I've just got like a pile up of traffic on the intersection. So life is carried on where we left off, it seems.
We always get ourselves into trouble.
Any of you don't really know what we're talking about? That must have been like a month, 2 months ago.
It wasn't very long ago. Yeah.
No, you and I jumped on one of your streams, and there were ramps built, there were big buds flipped, there were cultivators wrapped around trees, all within like the first 20 minutes, I'd say.
Yep. Yeah, it didn't take very long. We had a good time.
Best way to spend the stream. Alright, I'll come back and help you if I can.
We actually, I actually have a new shirt on the channel. I'm out now. I have a new shirt on the channel that says, it's a bird, it's a plane. Nope, it's a big bud. I had to have that done.
Absolutely. I'm going to bring this truck over. So, what I would, as I was saying to you off camera there, what I'd like to do is kind of build up a few, have a few little questions for you, which roughly give us some kind of template, and then with the rest of it, we'll just kind of see where it goes. But first of all, what I think is only fair, we all know you now as kind of like the, as I mentioned, like the king of Farm Sim News there, the OG of Farm Sim News and the daily updates, but I actually wrote that down to say that as well, and I forgot.
You gotta whisper. It's an aggressive whisper.
Aggressive whisper. That sounds like a really bad second album.
Yep.
You know, of a failing 90s rock band. So yeah, fill me in with a bit of information or a bit of detail as to how you first of all discovered Farm Sim, what drew you to it, and when, like, how you got to today.
So I got Farm Sim 15 for free on Xbox Game Pass back in 2017, I believe it was, like September-ish 2017. And some of you guys may know I'm a drummer. I went to college for percussion and that kind of thing. And I was teaching at a school at the time in here in North Carolina. And one of the students, I was talking to him during his lesson. I was like, you know, we were talking about video games. I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting Farming Simulator 15. I've always wanted to get Farming Simulator, but I never had a computer that would play it. And of course, Farming Simulator came out for console for FS13, which was just called Farming Simulator. And they came out 15. And of course, I didn't want to pay for it, naturally. So I was like, oh, it's free. I will do that. Yeah. And I started playing it, and I'd been playing Grand Theft Auto for a long time, ever since it had released in 2013. And there were a lot of YouTubers that I watched that were doing it. I was like, I'll just do the same thing for Farm Sim. So found Squad, found Daggerwin, found Mr. Silly P, those guys. And I started watching, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And, you know, I found myself literally like stalking Mr. Silly P's page, waiting on updates every single day. Like, all right, when are new mods gonna release? When's the next Let's Play gonna come out? When's this guy? And I'm in entertainment. I'm a DJ. I'm a professional DJ. And I always was like, I think I could do this, but I don't think people want to watch me play video games. But I was so stubborn. Ooh. 89,000 new vehicles. What's going on?
Oh, that wasn't me.
And I was like, nobody wants to watch me play video games. And my friends were like, dude, you have to. They said, it's so much fun to watch you DJ. You've got to do something with YouTube. I was like, nah, these guys have got it on lock. I said, I can't edit videos. I don't have the correct software and stuff to do everything. And of course, time goes by and everything. And I found FS17 after playing FS15 for so long. I was like, I have to have this right now. So I bought, like a month after I got FS15, I bought the full version with Season Pass, which I think was right before the Platinum Edition for 17 came out. And of course, I was glued to Silly P and Daggerwin's videos, watching how do you do sugar cane and that kind of thing. And the whole thing I was watching, I was like, it seems less about gameplay and more about them teaching you things about the game step by step. And I thought, okay, I could probably do a let's play, but I just don't know how to play the game fully. I didn't know how to do animals. I had no clue. So I remember watching every day when I'd get off work at like 2 or 3 a.m. And at the time I was working 6 days a week.
Yeah.
I would get off super late and I'd come home and I would just watch and listen to, was it Moose's videos and Silly P's videos about how to do animals. Slowly but surely learning how to do animals and hearing things for the 4th or 5th time in a row. And as soon as, was it early March 2018, I was like, all right, I think I could do this. I think I could make videos. I think I could do this. And I remember waking up one Friday to squad streaming. I think it was streaming or making of videos. The Friday, March, was it 8th night? Crap, I can't remember. And it was the first screenshots of Farm Sim 19. I was like, this is my chance. This is my opportunity to jump out there and do something cool and hopefully put my take on it.
Yeah.
And so I started making videos that day with an iMovie and a really, really old iMac or MacBook Pro computer.
Wow. And that's like, as I look into the camera behind you right now, I can see I can see an iMac, I can see a streaming setup, I can see multiple cameras.
This isn't even half of my stuff though. This is the iMac that I edit all my videos on. I'm actually on my gaming and streaming computer now. The computer that you say is the streamer, Farm Sim News, 100%. That's the only thing that I do on that computer. Because I like the screen layout for Farm Sim News the best. It's a triple screen, big screen in the middle, smaller on the outside.
Love it.
And they're not high refresh rate, just 60 hertz refresh rate locked in. 1440 in the middle, 1080p on the outside, so everything's kind of scaled the same way. And it's got a camera. I've got a really nice Sony camera on there, A60-100 running in 4K 30 downscaling to 1080p 30, and then the video runs at 1080p 60. But I mean, it's just for the game, the gameplay stuff in the background. It's ridiculous now. And what you don't see is a console setup. You don't think I don't play on console anymore? I have a full setup for Xbox, PlayStation, and Google Stadia on the little dongle thing that you get, and the Nintendo Switch on a big 50-inch 4K TV here in the office, right in front of the futon. I was like, I play on console almost every day. Leave me alone.
If anyone out there wants to feel envious immediately, just go back to DJ's channel and find the setup tour. Or the day in the life, because it's like you step into a studio and it's just like, oh man, I can't watch this anymore. It's too much. I'm ashamed of what I'm looking at in my end right now.
But I'm a techie guy, so
I get it.
DJing and doing stuff like that, I always wanted cool lights and I always wanted everything. And when I started needing it for doing YouTube, it was almost like, well, it's expensive, but I'm going to use it, So, all right, let's see if I can get you to run into this tree. Come on, a little bit closer. He snuck away from it. But now I don't walk in here and get butterflies like I used to. It's the office. This is the workroom and it's the playroom.
That's fair enough.
But I'm very fortunate. DJing has really helped a lot, because a lot of the lights in here are DJ lights that I never use anymore.
That's pretty cool. And so have you, because I did this recently after I got talking in this stream about like how long I've started and where it went to. I actually went back and watched the first couple of episodes. Have you ever done that? Have you gone back to watch the first few and then just immediately like cringe with the awkwardness of it and the how you feel like the quality is so much worse than like current day?
Yep, my first video was the new screenshots for Farm Sim 19 and talking about the comparison between 17 and 19. And it really wasn't that bad. Being a sound engineer and a DJ and everything, I've always had all the equipment to do stuff. Never really had like the game capture equipment, but I always had microphones and stuff like that. So the audio quality on the first videos were fantastic. Actually, audio quality on pretty much every video has been amazing. But it was like you talk about stuff and you're talking about news and information, and that's always been very good. But my gameplay videos, man, they were, you get it, you're like, all right, today we're going to be harvesting soybeans on field number 10 on this map right here. And it starts hype for about 3 seconds and then just goes down to just, and we're doing this. We got about 1,900 liters in the John Deere S790 right now. It's a beautiful piece of machinery. And you look at it, you're like, who's watching this? This is boring.
and then in like 2 minutes time, yep, this beautiful John Deere S970.
You just go right back to it. And I've always I've always had 3 things I wanted people to get out of videos, and those first ones were none of the 3. I've always said, I want you to learn something. I want you to enjoy yourself, be entertained, or just, if you're having a bad day, disappear for 10 or 15 minutes, and the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is Farm Sim and having fun playing the game. And I've always tried to do that since the beginning, and didn't do a good job with some of those first videos. But I've gone back and watched a few, and I watch a few in stream just to be like, all right, you guys remember how bad this used to be?
Mine were, as many people like to start mine with time lapses, because I just don't think I even had a microphone, and that stopped after like 3 episodes. Like, it's not gonna be, we're not doing time lapses anymore. I don't like them. I can't do them. We're gonna just grab a mic from somewhere, order one from Amazon and just get after it. So yeah, that ended pretty quickly.
What kind of microphone are you using? Because I don't see it in shot anywhere.
It is, where am I? Right here. It's a Blue Yeti.
Okay.
But my desk is, I'm over this kind of pandemic that we find ourselves in. I've picked up woodworking quite a bit. So I've made one desk already, and I'm halfway through making another one. And this one's great because I'm currently working from home as well in the outside of Farm Sim capacity. So I've got my work computer here, but it doesn't quite get me close enough to the mic, so it's kind of weird. But it's just out the corner of the camera.
Rode makes a really nice microphone stand, and if you need your Blue Yeti in, Blue actually makes one that's perfect for the Blue Yeti.
I'm gonna build this desk, hopefully finish it soon, and then the new mic stand is on the list. Let's say it's coming soon. I hope.
Sweet.
But
heck yeah, man.
Either that, and I also I got a monitor addiction, so I want a new monitor.
You do. Like, I've got cool monitors, but
I've just got menu. That's got menu.
Dude, like, I remember watching your setup tour and thinking, how does he? There's so many. There's like 4 or 5 monitors.
Like, it's if I was to come down to your place and jump into your streaming setup, I'll be just there like, what? I mean, where's everything? Where's my button on my stream deck? What's DJ doing here? And if you came to here and saw my monitors, you'd be like, why are there so many screens?
The thing is, in your video, you explain, you're like, okay, I have my gameplay here, 140 or 1440p monitor. And everybody records in 60 hertz anyway, so it doesn't really matter there. And you have my my chat over here, for my monitoring here, and I can see exactly kind of what's going on up here. I'm like, but just how?
It's funny how we all kind of are wired and just have our own little kind of tweaks. I mean, ultimately, we're doing the same thing. You know, it's going out in the same platform in the same manner. It's just like, oh no, I'm going to do it this way.
The easiest way that, because I've have I think probably either the same monitor or something very close with you. I have a 27-inch 1440p monitor, 144 hertz. What's runs Abbott. Nobody gets to record that in Farm Sim. Maybe one day.
We can hope.
And then I've got the 34-inch ultra wide here because I was like, yeah, I'll get an ultra wide. It'll be fun. It'll be awesome. And it's not for YouTubers. It's not. You can't do anything with it. The aspect ratio is not supported. So I just split it up into 2 monitors.
Yeah, I might try and. I'm gonna try and see if I can get any nice little deals. I want at least a 27. And I might get rid of 2 of the 19s that are in, or 21s that are in portrait, but might. Or I could just have 6. Like,
but does your graphics card have that many outs?
It might have 5, I think.
What graphics card are you using?
GTX 1070 Ti.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's impressive.
Well, that means a good one, yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, that is also probably going to be replaced at some point, but you know. It's still great, but it's like more is more and shinier is shinier. So
yeah, we gotta get you. I'm gonna come down here and join up with you. We gotta get you into the 20 series, man.
Yeah, yes, sir. We'll make it happen. One thing is interesting that you mentioned there that, like, it was going to kind of tie into my next question. I'm going to let you go first, and I'm just going to follow suit.
All right. I'm at like 74%, so we'll probably. Well, looks like you are about as well.
Yes.
Good opportunity to double dump.
There we go. Love it. I'll pull this little cart down for us to do that. You mentioned there that you kind of like, you know, people who watch you or watch any farm sim streamer or content creator really are kind of escaping and, you know, maybe getting away from whatever's going on in the real world now more than ever, I guess. Now, I love that approach because I came from a farming background, worked on a family farm up until about 11 years ago, but I chose farms to continue with farm sim because I just loved the fact that I could kind of keep my toe in farm sim world and just be able to keep that going without having my own farm or whatever else and kind of keep that interest going that way. Yeah. Did you ever come from any of that? Was there any farming background or anyone within the family that kind of led you into it or inspired you?
So my grandparents had a small farm when I grew up. We had an old Farm All International tractor. Wasn't anything crazy. We had one tractor, and pretty much everything we did was by hand. If we weren't cultivating, if we weren't plowing, even seeding, we did by hand.
Ooh.
So, but it wasn't huge, to be fair. Maybe half an acre, maybe. But so yes, but my stop and go braking's killing me. It's fine. I'm getting used to it.
I'm not. I'm really not.
So my background in farming existed, but I don't think that it got me interested because I was never interested in the stuff we were using or that kind of thing. I think for farm sim, it might just be me. The equipment is so cool.
Yeah.
It is so awesome just seeing these big machines and like what we're doing right now. It's so cool to watch and see, even in a video game. But in real life, I would have zero interest in this. So it's really just a digital obsession with farming. And cool. Which is a little bit different than a lot of people, but I just love farm sim. I'm awkward.
Yeah, I can get it. It's the first part of that is like what I call shiny metal syndrome, where we all like to see a nice big shiny whatever. All right.
Yes.
It's like I might have one field on a farm in farm sim, but you bet I'm going to buy the biggest John Deere combine I can get to put it on there. I'm gonna find that money somehow, and just it's gonna take me 20 seconds to cut it. But look at my combine harvester. Yeah. And that's certainly something that is what I like about it, because I would never be able to get back into farming now because it cost me, I don't know how much, like millions to get back in properly, no doubt.
Oh yeah.
But like I can quite easily just get out there and buy one of these.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so that's I completely agree with it like that, and but I also like the fact that because where you look at where FS 19 and 21 or whatever we are actually going to receive in the future arrives, like the brand, all the manufacturers are now like 100% on board, and it's great to see that they're like, you know, we are fully behind this now. Here's all of our latest and greatest equipment, put it on there.
And so we're, you know, I look at this and there are quite a few people that have been slightly unhappy with some of the DLC we've been releasing. But I look at that and I say, all right, so we got Borgo. There's a lot of people that don't enjoy the Borgo stuff. However, Borgo makes much more stuff than just the things that we have in game. And guess what? We have a partnership. Farm Sim and Giants have a partnership with them now. So in the next farm game, we're going to get a whole lot more. So probably double the amount of machines that we've got now, at least. The Kavernland, we already had some Kavernland and Viking stuff in game. But now that we've got the new DLC, we've already opened up the world to say, okay, you know, I mean, how many pieces of Kavernland and Viking stuff do we have in game with? 30 maybe-ish total?
Yeah, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, if you include those that are like, can be Kavernland and Viking. Yeah.
So, but you look at that and say, okay, we're not just going to get the same stuff for the next game. We're probably going to get a lot more than that. So we're looking 40, 50-ish maybe. I mean, that might be pushing it a little bit, but, and you start to think, but that's a lot. And you think, well, we went from, what was it, just a couple hundred maybe in 17 to a lot in 19. And that number's only going to increase with the next game. It's just, the progress is slow, but the impact is going to be huge later on down the road.
Definitely. No, I can't. I'm not just saying this because, you know, as a partner of Giants, there, I helped to advertise whatever the DLC is coming. I was genuinely stoked to see what was inside the last DLC. The Class DLC blew my mind. I thought that was out of this world. Everything that came with it in the Platinum DLC was incredible. And it's more so just the quality and the detail of every single thing they bring. Now it's like the Borgo DLC, people may not have liked the models, but the quality of each individual model was just out of this world.
Yeah, exactly what you just said. I'm 100% right there with you. With the Class DLC release, you know, it wasn't just Class equipment that we got. We got a complete overhaul and redo of the way that Giants makes in-game equipment, and it's beautiful.
It's stunning. It really is.
And then they turn around and they're like, all right, well, we're going to do, you know, Borgo DLC now. We're going to have a couple seeders, you know, this and that, cultivators, you know, a big weeder. We're like, what are we going to do with that? But you look at it, you're like, this looks even better than the Claw stuff does. Yeah. And then if you look at the Kavernland stuff, you get up close, you're like, holy cow, this makes the Borgo stuff look like crap. This is amazing. Yeah. And it's just getting better and better and better. And we still have at least one confirmed DLC. Yeah. And if the rumors are correct, which I don't know if the rumors as much as what's been said, we have 50, 60 pieces of equipment coming still,
because they said there was some crazy number that they were going to add on. And I was looking at it the other day.
And the last two, we've got like 30 pieces of equipment.
I mean, nuts. So
these next packs are going to be huge.
What with that in mind, what do you reckon it's going to be? If I had to like twist your arm now and say which manufacturer is it going to be? One that we've already got, who are just going to go, do you know what? Here's everything, or is it like Adco just go, do you know what? Have everything you want, or is it going to be like a Kubota or a whoever? I
think, judging off of what we've mentioned and what we think may be left, I think adding another brand might get a little bit expensive, especially this far into Farm Sim. I mean, granted, they're already picked out. The equipment, if it's not done yet, it's being worked on right now.
Sure.
So Giants already know what's coming next. And they've probably known since before Farm Sim was released. So I'm thinking, I think the biggest thing, because I have no idea. I don't have any speculation. I'm just not a speculative kind of person. I think the big thing would be to look at clues that we've got. So take a look at equipment like Rockstar with the mods for PC that they've said, you know, like, oh, you can't have Liberty City coming in as just a second head crazy mod. Like, well, why?
Yeah,
you've let all this other stuff in. Why would you not let that one thing in? And I look and I'm like, okay, what are mods that have been sent to Giants that Giants have said, you know, yeah. And the problem is the only way to know those is to know the modders that have done that and say like, well, I sent this to Giants and they said no. So I try to look at that. I'm like, all right, well, what has been sent in? What has been pushed back? Because Giants aren't going to release something that they're going to release. They're not going to let a 9RX mod through. Yeah. Now they could in the next game maybe, but the only way to get it now is to pay for it if you're on console.
Yeah.
So I don't have as much speculation as I do maybe just nudging other people in the right direction to say like, hey, you know, take a step back and see, okay, what do we have? What do we not have that stands out?
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. That really is. And that, because I often look at it now, and you know how Giants quite often in the last year they've released a lot of press information around, you know, we are now partners with this people.
They are so open.
Yeah, which is great. I love that. And like, I think there's been 2 or 3 smaller brands that they've announced that they've signed like a partnership or an agreement with, which you never really see or hear anything of. And then it's like, well, where are they?
You got me thinking now. I'm so excited. I totally forgot about this. The New Holland stuff that was announced has not been released. Do you remember the New Holland stuff from Agritechnica? They had a big baler. They had what looked to be an American version of the T8.
Yeah. Bingo.
New Holland DLC confirmed. I don't know, but I know a lot of people would be hyped about that. I would be too, man.
Mark it down. It is 2:52 on June the 19th. We've just broke Farm Sim right there.
There's not even any reason to keep this going. We already know. We already know the future.
I'm gonna get a drink. It's hot. I'm done.
That's why I brought 2 bottles of water in here. It is hot for you, and it is hot for me.
Good lord. That's a great point. Actually, it could well be that. And
because they announced the Kverneland stuff there, but then they never said anything. You know what? While we're playing, I'm gonna go back and look at the post that they made about that Agritechnica thing.
Do it.
Giants, I'm on to you. Where's my button? I see you, and we're coming for you.
Oof. Me? I didn't do anything.
Sorry, not you.
Is there someone behind me?
No, it's a brick wall, dude. It's just a brick wall. You're good. But no, this is, oh man.
And then like, there could be New Holland. JCB haven't done much recently. Like JCB are still there, and like all we've got is 2 fast tracks. When it's like, give me some of the good stuff.
But they're also, well, I say they're also releasing JCB mods, but they're also releasing tons of new. I mean, we've tripled the amount of New Holland stuff we have in game at least. We had 2 different T6s. We've got 2 different T7s now.
T7s, yeah.
I don't think we have a T8. We have 1 T8 mod because you change the colors up. There's 1 modder that's made quite a few of those, and man, they did a good job.
That's what I love. I love when there's a modder who has a particular interest and he just goes for it. Like North Modern Company, those boys.
Oh.
It's like, okay, we like forestry, that's our jam, and they're like, watch how good we are, and everyone's like, okay. And then now it's like, yeah, actually, credit, you're really good. You're phenomenal.
I think the thing with those guys was, who was the forestry guys? They were real big for 17. They started doing stuff for 19, and I think they got frustrated with the console rules.
Right. I think I know who you mean.
FDR, is that right? FDR login? Is that who it was?
Yes, yeah.
And in no no way am I'm putting them down, but I think it seems from the outside, at least, if I remember correctly, because it's been a year and a half ish since then. But it seemed like they got kind of frustrated with what was going on with console release, and we're like, all right, fine, we're just not doing this anymore.
Okay. And then NMC just were like, you know what? We'll take that mantle.
Yeah, and then people realized, they were like, holy crap, North Money Company is killing it right now.
I don't want to call it a JCB, but you know the thing that they're teasing at the moment, they're developing, which is like the digger with the crane on the top and the basket thing and the...
Oh yeah, the NMC Griffin. Or not Griffin. Oh, I did a whole special video on this. Why do I not
It is, with like the backhoe on there
that,
and the...
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure everybody in the chat right now is going to be like, it's this! God, you guys are so stupid! Okay, this... What is it? What is it called? I suck. Hudig, the NMC Hudig.
Yes, the Hudig.
Sorry for everybody that we just made feel super.
Scream at the screens there.
Yeah. Oh, I think I've gone back on their Twitter too much, on Giants Twitter. I'm into 2016 now.
Yeah, that's a bit far.
Facebook.
But yeah, like I know that they announced like just before the Agritechnica, I think as well, that there was Bertude, like a French manufacturer of sprayers, that they wanted to do.
So what you're saying is it's not Berthoud, like
it could well be. It could well be. And then there's also, they announced Dablo, I think, recently. Right? And it's like, well, where are they? When are we going to see those guys? It's kind of weird to see what that could go. I don't know if they're just going to sneak into like FS21 and just like, oh yeah, by the way, there they are.
I just found the FS19 Collector's Edition unboxing on Farming Simulators thing from Simulate. Man, he did a good job on that.
Oh yeah, for the C64 thingo?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He did a really good job. I miss that. He's still making videos now, right?
Not as much. Work-life balance kind of came into play, which happens to some of us.
Yeah, here's the videos. So at Agritechnica, the Kverneland featurette. So they showed a couple things off, not everything, but we've got a whole video right here. I'm gonna send it to you on Facebook so you can see it if you want. I don't know if it is. We're probably a little bit off topic now from what you'd planned, but
I also planned that would happen. So
it's me. I apologize, but this is a T8 410 and a Genesis, which is a different model than what we have in game. And New Holland Big Baler 1290 HD, which I think we have, or is a mod? It is a mod.
It sounds like a mod, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a Giants mod or not, but they show off, you know, the 1090, but it's a brand new baler, it's a brand new tractor, and I'm trying to see if it says anything in the video, or if it just goes into like a New Holland logo, because I remember doing a video about this. Yeah, it just goes to black. That's it. It says, just says check out the New Holland T8, Genesis, and Big Baler high density at the demo stations.
We want more. We need more.
But Giants, I know you guys are watching. But on here, the videos that they released was the John Deere 9000 series, which guess what? We got.
We got it.
The Agritechnica Kverneland teaser, which we already have.
Yeah.
And the only one left is New Holland. I'm not saying that we know what's coming, but we're on to you, Giants. Well, we're on to you.
We know the way you think.
And you are way down there.
I ran away from you.
Yes, you did. Sorry, I was being speculative.
That's the best way to go.
So knowing what we know now, what do you think the next DLC is going to be?
Kubota. No.
Everybody, it would make so many people happy.
Oh yeah, I would just like to. I don't know. I don't know if we need
smaller equipment like that.
My main question comes back to is always like if there are going to be like 60 mods to fill that magic number of what was it 90 or something they said when they announced.
Yeah, it's close to 100 and we're still way over 50 left.
Yeah, and like so if that's going to be the case, then it can't like Kubota don't have enough equipment. Like what?
No,
they don't.
And I don't think people realize how small of equipment that stuff is. Like I think the largest tractor they make is
like
equivalent to like a new. Yeah, it's like the equivalent to like a New Holland T6 ish, maybe at the highest end.
And they said it was just going to be equipment. There wasn't like an extension or anything, right? So we can't expect like a new crop type or a, you know. So because like
I definitely wouldn't expect anything like that because they didn't even make the decision to not do FS21 until earlier in the year. So
and yeah, like so. If they were going to do something like orchard farming, it's like great because then you can bring in all of these brands you've already got, just bring in all of their orchard equipment. Lovely. But I have no idea. And the one thing I wanted was like a good cultivation pack, and we just kind of got that. So I don't know. I'm intrigued by it. That's for sure. I don't know where it's going to go, but yeah, it's definitely that's what I quite like about the world of farm sim. I would always like it's. The possibilities are endless, really, and as they are, as Giants and Farm Sim are now like the biggest market leader out there, then they can just do whatever they want, which is pretty darn cool.
Yep, I loved. Was it Farming Dynasty, or is it literally the only way I've heard it is Farmer's Dynasty? Thanks a lot, Dagger One. But with that, you know, it seemed like it was going to get popular.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't Farmer's Dynasty. It was another one. It was another farm game. It was Cattle and Crop. And we thought that was going to be super cool. And it was almost like, are these going to take over?
Yeah. There was a period where Cattle and Crops looked like it was going to be like
the game,
the boy. And then they showed their hand too soon, I reckon. And then it was like, oh, you've gone too early there.
Yeah, but I think with anything, Giants keep showing more and more. They're like, hey, you know, we've got the funding, we've got the money, we've got the designers. We've proven that we can literally do anything in Farming Simulator.
Mm-hmm. And then when FS19 came around, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, we've got John Deere. There you go. Yep. That was crazy.
Oh, I remember that. Did you watch that live?
Yes.
Whenever they announced.
Yeah.
Did you stream it too?
No, because I was going to, and then I think I was going to work or something, so I didn't have enough time to stream it, but I was just watching it, and you know when the garage door went up, and then and then it showed you the top down. I saw the bonnet shape. Was like, that's a John Deere. That's John. And I had VF stream on at the same time, and then he like a few seconds later he was like, "That's a John Deere."
Because it was, I think it released at 4 a.m. Mine's at 4 or 5 a.m. And so I streamed it. And I think I was streaming to like 5 people. It was way back when. And I was on the phone. I was like, guys, this is like the dropping of the new year. I'm so hyped for this. And Giants showed that as their first clip. I'm like, no! When they did like the reaction video, that was the first clip. I was like, no! It's like he says he's hyped, but he's really asleep. I was like, I am asleep.
It's early. Leave me alone.
But I do have to admit, for that one stream, I was watching their stream in the middle.
Yeah.
I was watching my stream to, you know, make sure everything was good on the right. And I actually had Squad's stream pulled up as well because he was streaming it. I was like, all right, I got to find out what's actually going on rather than me just being like, whoa!
That's awesome. I love that. How
many questions have we got through?
Oh, we got like 2.5.
Yeah, that's what I
thought. What I'm gonna look at here now. Obviously, we know you from from Farm Sim News #FarmSim News. Thank you. Now, and you kind of mentioned at the beginning there how you got into that by kind of seeing like the stalking CDP, and now you've like kind of built that into, what was it, 3 uploads a day?
Yeah. It is so Monday through Friday. Actually, today I'm taking a break. Normally, one day of the week I'll do 2.
Okay.
And then weekends, whatever happens on the weekends happens. I don't try and force videos on the weekend.
Yeah.
I used to try to force videos on the weekends, and views were so low. I was like, people know that I'm trying to force these videos out just to get content.
Yeah.
And so now it is always a quality over quantity thing, especially on weekends. But yeah, farm some news and mods depending on what releases first. I wake up at 7 a.m. Eastern time every single day, Monday through Friday, and start getting together. Today we had 76. We're recording this on Friday, June 19th. We had 76
that was
mods
nuts, actually.
today.
That's crazy. That list was huge.
Yeah.
So, if you would mind, on like a brief scale, walk me through a day. You did a great day in the life of video not so long back. Walk me through, you say you get up at 7. Walk me through what that looks like for the rest of the journey.
Okay, so wake up at 7 a.m., snooze once or twice. I'll jump up, rinse my face off because I'm in front of the camera for half of the day almost. So I make sure I look presentable. Pick out a funny shirt. I have a closet just with shirts that say stuff. I always called them talking shirts. I wore them all through school, so these shirts are not YouTube. Like, we're like, oh, it worked really well on YouTube. We should probably just keep doing that. No, this has been like since like 2nd or 3rd grade kind of thing.
Nice.
And so I've always had shirts that say funny stuff, and I always wear the security shirt, which is where I'm right now on what was it, Laundry Day, because I remember laughing, thinking the first video I did with Farm Sim News with this on, I was like, yeah, dude, Laundry Day is my last shirt, so here it is. And now I wear it every day I'm doing laundry so that people know. It's kind of like if you're in the know and you know, then you know. But it's only me doing laundry, so it's not that exciting. So I'll get up, make myself some coffee now. It used to be energy drinks, but I'm cutting those out just to see if I can, because I was curious if I was addicted to them or not. Turns out I have no idea still. So it is what it is. So I'll jump on, I'll cut all the computers on to make sure everything's kind of good, ready to go. Jump on that computer back there. I'll pull up Giants website, pull up the forum, see if there's anything crazy going on there. I generally won't pick into topics on the forum much, just because I feel like that's kind of better left there. And a lot of it's either speculation or people just complaining about stuff. Some of it's actually people like doing good, but I'm not really into the forums very much. Okay. So I'll take a look at the testing forum, see what's going on. First, before I even start looking at pictures, I'll see what is the big thing. What's going to be the big topic of the day? Is like right now, is Sandy Bayin testing for console?
Yeah.
Is Stone Valley? Stone Valley's released yesterday, at least for PC. So you see, okay, it's in release for PC. Where's the console version? Oh, and I'm done. So I'll have to look at that and see. And the channel I started on Xbox. Everything is very console oriented. Even though I play on PC, the big news can't be Stone Valley release. Even yesterday, the big news wasn't Stone Valley. I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't Stone Valley release. It was the Sandy Bay's in testing right now, but it's not on the testing list, something like that. Because that's where 70% of the channel's from. And they don't care what's for PC only. They want to know what affects them the most.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, totally understandable. So I will spend probably a good 15-20 minutes researching what's going to be the big topic of the day. What mod are we looking to release? Has Giants posted anything on their Twitter, their Facebook, their Instagram? Are they streaming at whatever time for whatever reason? I think they were streaming earlier today on doing FSL stuff. So I look and see what's the big mod topic going to be, what's Giants doing, and then from there I'll go and say, okay, what are the modders doing? What's, how's the old gen pack by ADub? How's that coming along, the old Massey pack? How is Thunder Mods? He's doing a really cool community extension. What's his progress looking like? Sia Mods, who's doing Lawfold's farm, and I think they just started another farm as well. How are they coming along in Lawfold's Aberdeenshire? They've already got a season's geo in testing. Is it passed yet?
Yeah.
It's so I go through and I find all of those, and I literally have like a link page where I'll just go, center button. It's just so I open a new tab, like click, 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 click. And there's like 30 of them that I just click through every single day. And that's how I start. And as soon as I figure out what the day's going to be like, grab like my 4th cup of coffee at that point and start writing a script. A lot of people don't know Farm Sim News is 100% scripted. Every single word of it is scripted. Nothing is taken out of context. There's a couple times where I've been like, oh, go off script, like talk about, let's just say, let me pull up the script for today. I do everything on Google Drive. It makes it so easy. Google Notes, whatever it's called. I don't even know. What's it called? Google Drive?
Google Drive,
Google
yeah.
Docs.
Google Docs.
Yeah. So the first story today was talking about Oxy posting about the Sandy Bay failing and the Lizard hedge cutter failing for console. So instead of saying like Oxygen David posted saying that the console versions of Sandy Bay and the Lizard hedge cutter both failed testing yesterday, but since they've been fixed and resubmitted for testing, blah blah blah. Instead of just saying that, sometimes I would put a rough guideline and then I would talk about it for a second. Yeah. You find yourself mumbling and rumbling and rambling, and when you're spending that much time on a 4 or 5 minute video, it has to be right the first time.
Yeah.
I don't have time to go back and rewrite a script and go through and edit words out that I was saying and that kind of thing. So yeah, Farm Sim News, a 4 or 5 minute video. Sometimes today's video took over 3 hours to research, script, and record and edit. Yeah.
I often think about you guys when it's like when you see that testing list is huge. I often think about it. Anyone who's putting any news out there, I'm like, oh, fair play to you today.
Yep. I always love it. Guys will send me messages. You've done it once or twice. They send me messages, be like, saw the testing list, praying for you, bro. And then you think you're out of the clear, and then all of a sudden Giants releases 31 new and updated mods to the in-game mod hub.
It's enough to make you want to cry.
And then you're like, well, I guess whatever plans I had for today are literally not going to happen.
I love it. Let me catch up.
But that's the thing. I looked and I saw, some people were doing, news, but it wasn't quite the way I would want to watch it. Cool. Some people are doing mods, but it's not quite the way I would want to do it. Like, Silly P is the man when it comes to doing mod reviews. Nobody can touch him. I don't want to get involved with it. He goes way in depth with everything. And I don't want to copy anybody, and I don't actually watch a lot of news videos for Farm Sim out there, so that I'm not copying anybody. Even if it's something like, there's new DLC coming out and we all knew it, but it's like, but they said it this way and now it's in my head. Yeah. So I try to completely keep it clear, stay out of it, so that everything that's seen or heard on my channel is not a copy, is genuine. I don't know. I don't know the wording, but I just wanted to be my way of doing it, I guess.
Oh, that makes sense.
So,
and then there are a lot of people, obviously, who would, watch either yourself or Mr. CLP, and much like you did when you saw CLP and think, hey, I can do that. I can do what DJ does. What would be your advice for anyone out there who is thinking about trying to do that? Where would you say to start?
Man, set realistic expectations. But you're only going to be able to find those realistic expectations once you find where your wall is, where your proverbial brick wall that's behind you. We all hit it, and you learn very quickly where your limits are. We've all found those, and we found them in the worst ways possible. And there's really not a lot of positive ways to find how far are you willing to push yourself.
Yeah.
And it sounds, when you step back and you take a look, you're like, I play a tractor game, and my entire life is dedicated to it.
Yeah.
Outside of my, I consider this my professional life. It's my professional career. I'm a DJ and a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And when you talk, you guys at the club or something, and I tell people that, I'm like, I'm a YouTuber. Like, oh, cool. What do you do? They think, you think I make vlogs or DJ videos. I'm like, I play Farming Simulator. They're like, wait, what? Like, I play a tractor game.
Yeah.
Like plowing fields and harvest. I always say like plowing fields and harvesting corn. They're like a farmer? Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
And it's so silly at the end of the day. I think it's hilarious because it's not anything I thought I would ever be doing.
It's not. It's absolutely bonkers.
You turn around and you think, I just spent 12 hours working on 2 or 3 videos for the next couple days. I just spent an hour editing this video, and man, it looks good.
Yeah.
You start to, I think it took me around a year to find my first wall, because I completely stopped doing everything. I didn't see friends. I was seeing family, but I live far away from family, so that wasn't really a thing to begin with anyway. I wasn't in school, didn't have a girlfriend, no wife, kids, pets, nothing. It's literally me in the house and the air around me. And so that makes it really easy. Makes it really, really easy. I have a job, but that job's at night. So it's a great life to have, and an easy life to have being a YouTuber. When you've got things like children, pets, spouses, people that rely on you, people that need to spend time with you, it is super hard.
Yeah, I completely agree. My first wall was realizing that I can't do 7 days a week. Like, people almost expect you to get a video out Monday through Sunday, and I was like, no, like, there's no way. Even if it was like I had to dial this back down to 4 days a week and kind of 4 and 5 now, and now I'm comfortable with the idea of like, look, if I can't get Monday's video ready in time, not gonna happen. I'm not gonna like beat myself up about that. I now just say, you know what, yeah, schedule just happened, I can't get to it, so it is what it is. We'll see you on Wednesday, sadly, but like it's almost accepting that point. I think it's the hardest thing to do. Like you say, that wall when you first find it there, it's tough to begin with, and I certainly was it's just almost like burying your head into it, like, no, we'll just do a few more hours, we'll get it done, and then it's like, no, it's because then a few more hours becomes 4 more, becomes 5 more,
and in farm sim that's so easy to do.
Oh yeah, just one more field, right? Just one more field.
Just one more field. I ran into that last night. And I was just playing the game before I went to bed. I was I was on this map, what was it on? Field 6, because I just started with starting equipment, that kind of thing, just having fun. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I traded out the everything for stuff that goes faster, but it looks the same. Yeah. And I was like, all right, I could just need to get this field done, and I harvested it. I was like, all right, well, it needs lime, I need to plow it. So I sent the lime out, sent the plow out. It's like, well, I don't want to just come back in tomorrow and start planting, because that's going to be boring to start with. So then I planted it. I was like, well, I can do one more fertilizer state.
Yeah.
And I look, I'm like, it's 11:30. It's time to go to bed. And I think I started trying to talk myself out of it, like at 9, 10 o'clock, something like that.
That's too funny. I love it.
It is. This is a job. A lot of people think that being a YouTuber is fun and it's exciting, and it's because you see this. You see this right now. We're having fun. We're chatting, and we're harvesting, soybeans, and we're having a great time. But after this, you're gonna have to go and edit this video.
This is already gonna be a minefield of an edit.
I remember my video with Stan the Man. I was like, oh, it took, I think it was like 3 or 4 hours to edit that video, and I had dual cam set up with gameplay, and it took forever.
Yeah. Yeah, not looking forward to that, I must admit, but it'll be worth it.
So it takes some people, I think, now are starting to realize, like, okay, they're not just making videos just for, you know, this or that is something, you know, what they're doing is something special. They're not just here wasting our time, that kind of thing. There's let's play videos can seem like that. They can seem like a waste of time and only be there purely for entertainment or something like that.
Yeah.
Lost what I was saying. ADHD's awesome. But yeah, no, it's, you've got to, whenever you do edit this video, you're going to have a long time. So if you guys are watching right now, don't skip that.
I'll go back and see if it comes up again.
That's right. That's right. If there's timestamps in the bottom, don't click them. Don't click them. It'll skip the ad.
And to kind of keep to that point, like, obviously your channel right now is exploding, really. Only in what, maybe another 6 weeks or so, we could see you clipping through that big 100,000 subscriber milestone, which is going to be incredible when you do get to there.
Yeah.
Like, where do you see it going? Where do you see DJ GoHam ending up?
I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing. A lot of people try to change something or miss a little bit. That's gonna have to be there.
We'll get it. We'll run it over.
I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not gonna do anything special. I mean, I'll do something special for 100 because that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. And this is another thing. I thought that each milestone would hit me. And I thought it would be like, when I get 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to be a big YouTuber. And then I think, well, when I hit 20, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm a big YouTuber. Let's go. And when I hit 50, I'll be like, I'm a pro. Everybody sucks. And then you think, when I get to 100, it's going to be like, I'm done. Game over, man. Game over. I'm the best. Get out. It's all done.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't felt any different since I had 1,000 subscribers. I'm just a dude.
Isn't it the most anticlimactic moment as well? Because if you go into social blade somewhere and you see it tick over, let's say like 10K, you get past 10K, nothing changes. YouTube doesn't say, "Hey, congratulations." There's no bells or whistles. It's just like a tick, tick.
Yep.
And then you're just like, oh, okay.
The only people that care about me are vidIQ and TubeBuddy, man.
And all they sent was a picture. It's weird, and but the other side of it, and I'm sure it must be crazy for you, because obviously my channel's a lot smaller, but still, what I always think about, which always staggers me, is like, put 10,000 people into a room and put you on the stage at the front of that room. And they're all just sitting there turning watching you. And it's like, I guess.
I look and so the population of my town, because I live in a college town, the population without students is about 15,000.
Okay.
The football stadium in town holds 33,000 people.
Okay.
I've played, 10, maybe even 100 times in that stadium for 30,000+ people playing drum set, playing snare drum as a marching band. So I'm used to performing in front of that many people. It's not anything. I'm used to being in front of people performing. But when I think that at this point right now, we could mostly fill any stadium in the United States, and I'd be the one dude in the middle just talking about Farming Simulator.
Just like
it puts it into perspective for you, and it makes you, it either scares you or makes you grateful, and I am grateful beyond belief.
One day I would love to see you in the center of like Gillette Field or somewhere, and all you've got is like a flip chart, and it's got like pictures of John Deere's on there, and you just go in, this is the John Deere 970, this is coming up.
I'm a Bank of America kind of guy.
I will happily see any stadium. I just want to see DJ with a flip chart with like different mods coming. It has to be just one of those standard flip charts in the center field.
But you know, it's funny. There's a lot of YouTubers out there, and there's a bunch in the farm sim community too, that would just freeze. They would probably freeze right up.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not saying anything bad. It just is what it is.
Yeah. No, it's
I would have a ball. Oh my gosh, I would have so much fun. I want to do it right now.
That'd be amazing.
Let's meet at the Panther Stadium. Let's go.
But they're not using it for anything right now anyway.
Yeah, and they're only going to use it for like 25% of the people there anyway. We could fill up the rest.
Yeah, there you go. That'll do it. I love that. Today's NFL game is being rescheduled because there's a farm sim news convention right now.
And today's specialty, big buds flying through the air.
It's going to cross into like monster truck regions very quickly.
Yup. But it's so much fun. I love it.
Alrighty. Now what I'm going to do, so we don't fall down the line of just one more field, or in this case, just one more bit of passive soybeans. I have 3 quick-fire questions. Now, these are really hard-hitting. It's going to be pretty intense for you. I'm going to put it out there. Brace yourself, take a drink, get some fresh air. Maracas are ready.
Maracas of awesomeness! I'm ready! Let's go!
First question is, yourself, what's your favorite content or your favorite series you yourself have ever made? That's something that when you finished it, you've been like, damn, right? That right there is amazing.
Lone Oak with Seasons in FS17. It was a great series. I had fun. It was all on Xbox. It was all with Seasons. I think I did 3 or 6 days, something like that. And when I started the series, episode 1, I did it live, and Bullet Bill came in and said that he really enjoyed my map tour on it. And I was like, let's go.
Yeah, that's it. I love that. That moment when someone like Bullet Bill, when you like when he first came to my stream, I can't remember what I was playing, but like he was the guy who created Cobra Park Farm that I'd played for like 13 and then 15 and then don't even think about how many hours were invested into it in 17, and then it's like, wait, you're here now? What?
That's the guy. I feel that, and I don't want to belittle any modder. I've helped some with this map. Lancey Boy was super gracious, sent it over to me, sent him stuff, was like, hey, this isn't working, this is not doing the way that I want it to. He's like, okay, do this, you can show it off, did that, back and forth. I get the same way about that with this map, because I'm on it right now, chatting with you on a map that, in a way, I was able to help at some kind of things, getting it to where it is now. And for Lancey Boy, oh man, that's so cool.
Isn't it just? It's again another phenomenal side of farm sim that you can build your own world to then go into to then host a podcast.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Lancey Boy, for that. Second question: favorite mod of all time, ever?
Can I break it down into console and then PC only?
Yes.
Because I already have this picked out.
Yes.
PC, it has to be the Easy Dev Controls F11. Dude, you could do anything you want.
Absolutely.
It's great. That's all I've ever wanted. And then for console players for 19, it has to be Easy Fit, or the not easy. Multi-filling station and multi-selling station. Buy literally anything. They've worked with the guys that do Maize Plus and the Straw Harvest.
Okay.
Everything buys, everything sells. If you can think of it, if it's a thing in Farming Simulator other than a vehicle, you can do it. It's so cool.
That's pretty sweet.
It gives, and it helps people like Silly P as well, the opportunity to literally do anything and pretty much do all the stuff that guys on PC do as well.
Nice. I've never heard of that one. Actually, never really looked into it. But I like that. Anything that gives you that added creativity is always a huge win. Love it. Okay, so imagine the scenario for question number 3. I've never heard of farm sim. I am more. I bump into you in the street somewhere. I ask you, "Hey DJ, what do you do?" You tell me that you're a YouTuber for farm sim. I'm like, "What is this farm sim?" First of all, how would you sell it? And second of all, who would you, if you could recommend anyone for them to go and, go and check out this person's YouTube channel or go and check out this person's website, who would that be and why?
Well, I'm gonna send him to Silly P immediately. He answers every question. He's the man. He always has been. He's the father of Farming Simulator, and if there's no way to disagree with that statement. I would say, do you like playing simulation games? No? Well, then you're probably gonna like this one, because I hate simulation games. I mean, I don't have a nation like you do, but got him. But it's too easy. I'm so sorry. It was such a bad joke. But it's an awesome game where you can drive cool farming equipment from anybody that you can think of. You can play it on everything. If you have a phone, you can play farming on your phone. If you have a Nintendo Switch, if you have I don't think they have it on GameCube, but nobody does that anymore. PlayStation, Xbox, PC, you can play it. You could play it for 10 minutes. You could play it for an hour. And it's a way to relax, get away. You don't have to have people shooting at you. You don't have to worry about people yelling at you. You don't have to worry about accomplishing a mission unless you sign up for it in the first place. It's just something fun. You should try it. It's not for everybody, but definitely give it a try.
And in terms of one thing I would add to that as well, your horse doesn't want to try and kill you like it does in Red Dead. Not once has that happened. What's
up with that? I can make a horse climb a castle on here, but on there it doesn't want to go up a hill because there's a snake around it.
Yeah. Or you'll walk around the back to go and cross over the street. It's like, I'm just going to kick you in the chest.
Every time, man. Every time.
That's a different video for a different day.
Nope.
Alright then. So we're gonna. That is it. My questions are done. You have passed. So that is. Can you give me one more round of Maracas of Awesomeness?
Maracas of Awesomeness! Maracas of Awesomeness!
What I like about that more than anything was the expression on your face. You're like, where are they?
Literally, the only reason I got these headphones was to do that move right there.
That's fair.
The only reason.
I love it. I would like to say a big thank you for being the first of the second series, if that makes sense, for this podcast. Delighted that you agreed to come on board. And also I'd like to say that at some point we are going to get Mr. CDP on there as well. So we will be asking him a lot of questions on that one. The father of Farm Sim, no less.
He's so humble about it. He doesn't think of himself like that, and he's the man.
I'm going to clip all of this
of everything. You don't, and not to put my channel down or your channel down, but if you're subscribed to only one person, it has to be Mr. Silly P.
Yeah, no,
he does it all.
That is totally fair. All right, so we're going to leave it here. Thank you ever so much for watching. He is Mr. DJ Goham, but you already knew that. I am Simulation for the Nation. Thank you very much for watching. Links will be down in the description for anything that we discussed today, if I can get through the edit and find them all. Other than that, thank you ever so much. DJ, say goodbye.
We'll see you guys. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you in the next one, which will probably be every week or so, maybe, but we'll see. Until then, though, have yourself a great day. Thank you ever so much for watching, and we'll see you all later.